We are back for the V8 Supercars Championship here at Gone Broke Racing. We start things off at the iconic street circuit of Adelaide. So let's not waste any more time and let's get to the starting lineup. John CULBERT Jr. sets the pole with a 120.283. Two-time defending champion Jeff Hooper will start in second. As we run down the rest of the lineup, you will see we have many new faces this season at GBR. There's been a recent surge in interest to join the league as we gain more popularity. Along with this, we will see some significant format changes. Tire wear has been increased to a multiple of 2. Therefore, tire management will be much more important throughout the course of the season. We will also see some longer races, such as this 39-lapper, but we will continue to have the 2-race format during certain events. However, when we do race that format, the first race will be an intermediate compound tire, while the second race will be the soft tire with 1 required pit stop. So let's get this season started. Adelaide, 25 cars, GBR record. And the green lights are on, and season 6 is underway. Everybody gets a great start off the line, and they come through the turn 1 chicane, which historically has produced several accidents over previous seasons. And it looks like we just had one car that's RG Lang. Looks like he got hit from behind. And look at this. Our 2-time defending V8 Supercar champion, Jeff Hooper, is in the lead, followed by newcomer John CULBERT, with Armando Edwards in third. As everybody streams through, down Brabham Straight, where they hit the fastest corner in all of motorsports. Well, maybe so, besides Bathurst, but the narrowest, fastest corner. You can see several cars having their driver's side mirrors ripped off. And it looks like Hooper is running the soft tires as he's pulling away from the field. This is where strategy will come into effect throughout the course of this 39-lap race. Some drivers will choose to go with the soft tires. If that's the case, they will more than likely have to do 2 pit stops, while those on intermediates, it's a much more durable tire, but usually at least 1 to 2 seconds slower than the softs, but they'll only need to do 1 stop. And this is another newcomer, MARVIN makes a great move on Hawks. That will move him up into 7th position. As we can see, Hooper has a huge lead, about a 5-second lead over the rest of the field as he pulls away. Let's see if he's able to manage those tires. And this is SMOKEY DAWSON. He was in 4th, came around the corner, and the back end kicked out from behind. And he's going to drop a couple spots. No major damage, though. Lap 4. Got a real tight battle towards the back of the pack. And look at this. KV Lang and Ed Durbin, side by side as usual. Lang gets a little bit loose. Durbin gets around him. Weave through turns 12, 13, and 14. Very challenging part of this track. And it looks like Sherburne's made some good ground on Hawks. And catches a little bit the inside curve, gets into the grass. Narrowly avoids cutting across the lane and causing an accident, so nice job by Chris to keep it under control. This is Ed Collins and Craig Capon, side by side, weaving through the series of 4 90-degree turns. Both Both drivers doing a nice job giving each other room. And down they go. The straight, side by side. Somebody's going to have to give here. And it looks like Collins will back off a bit there and live to fight another day. So, wise decision. Lap 8. This is a very cool shot of the cars coming down the straight. And this is Sweeney's gonna make a move to the inside there. Very dangerous spot to pass. Luckily he didn't take out both cars, and now Green's gonna try to take advantage of that mistake. And Sweeney will hold on to that position. That may have caused a little bit of damage to the car as he hit the wall. Green not giving up. So we may want to keep an eye on this battle as the race continues. And so Edwards and Colbert having a good battle here. Looks like he did get around Colbert. And this is Juliet. He was running in fourth. Just completely loses the back end. Not sure what happened there, but he'll get back underway and drop a couple of spots down to sixth. Cars come through the turn 1 chicane. And Sweeney again locks him up. Really starting to struggle with the tires. We're 11 laps in, and he may want to consider going to the pits and getting a fresh set of rubber. And this is Durbin. Again, many of these cars are really starting to struggle with the tires here. They're going to take some time to adapt, and as he backs up, John Gage tags him. Heavy front damage. And he'll have to wait for the rest of the cars to get by. Luckily, his car is still drivable. Our top 5, Hooper in first, Edwards second, Colbert third, Minkler fourth, and Moore fifth. And our leader, Hooper, will make his first pit stop, so he indeed is on the 2-pit strategy. That will allow Edwards and Colbert by. And now, with Hooper on a fresh set of softs, he's going to start working his way back up through the field. Battle with Moore. He's done a really good job so far. And Hooper is able to get around him. And now Hawks wants a piece of the action. And he will move up. That'll move Hawks into third, but he has not yet pit. So Colbert leads. Again, he is on the 1 pit stop strategy using the intermediate compound. And somebody hit the wall there. That was KB Lang. So as you can see, he's got some heavy front damage. Lap 20, and Colbert will make his one and only pit stop of the race. And here is Hooper, who will retake the lead. But he will need one more pit stop later in the race. Further back, this is Sheldon. He loses his back end. Multiple cars, got a major traffic jam here. Everybody actually does a pretty good job of getting around him. Somebody honked at him, didn't care for that move. But Sheldon being very safe, waiting for the traffic to clear before he turns back around. And this is Smokey. He's got some fresh tires. Hawks just left the pit, so he's got very cold tires at the moment. On board with Smokey, gets into the back of Hawks, sends him at a 45-degree angle. Somehow Hawks is able to save it. He locks him up. trying to make the sharp right-hander, but is able to save the car from hitting the wall. And here's a quick replay. Just bad timing of trying to get around that corner. But Smokey did a nice job backing off to allow Hawks to recover. And this is a battle between P. Collins and Durbin. Durbin gets into the side of him as Collins is trying to get around him. And this is Seb coming up behind him. And he'll make the move and get around him as well. So, this is Troy Eddy and Rich Minkler on board with Rich. Had a really good start to the race, but ended up getting a speeding penalty on pit road, so it moved him back in the pack a bit. But he does make a nice clean pass on Eddy. So 2/3 of the way through the race, top 10, Hooper, Edwards, Colbert, Juliet, Green, Sherburne, Diamond, Hawks, Minkler, and Eddy. I caught them all. Starting to get to know everybody's names very quickly here. And this is Dawson. He has a flat right front tire. He's been running the softs, and they have had it. He is going to have to limp that thing around. That is too bad. And here we go. Hooper making his second and final pit stop of the race on lap 27. So this will be very interesting. And that's Edwards gets around and takes the lead. And that will move Colbert up to second. Colbert will have no more pit stops. I do believe Edwards has one more stop. This is Sherburne, currently running in 7th. And he goes into the grass. Same spot he went off earlier, except on the outside. But he does a nice job saving it. And here we go. Edwards is now pitting on lap 30. That will allow Colbert to take the lead. And this is Hooper pushing hard. He has very fresh tires. Start of lap 31 here. And Hooper gets a great run off the corner there. Puts the pedal to the metal. Can he make it stick? Yes, he does. Great pass. He made the decision and went for it. It's one thing about these cars. Once you decide to make the pass, you cannot hesitate. Let's see that replay again from the helicopter cam. They go through the chicane. As you can see, Colbert's struggling with the tires. Colbert saw a gap, shot the gap, I should say, and made the pass. What a move. So just a couple laps to go. Hooper has about a 3 or 4 second lead over Colbert. Edwards in 3rd. That is Juliet, who's had a very nice race, in 4th, and Green in 5th. So Hooper seems to be pulling away with the fresher tires. He tries to get around some lap traffic. He hits the corner of the inside wall, spins his car around. Huge turn of events here. And as he's trying to go back around, he slams into the wall, and there goes Colbert around him, so he will retake the lead, as well as Edwards will move into 2nd, so that will put Hooper in 3rd. And there is some smoke coming out of the back of that car, so he definitely has some damage. Huge turn of events. And we have a 3-way battle between Sweeney, Diamond, and Minkler. This is for 8th. Sweeney currently in front as Diamond's continuing to push hard here. He's had an excellent race today. Cars side by side through the last turn at the hairpin. And Diamond will make it stick. And Minkler's trying to follow Diamond's suit and gets to the back of Sweeney and spins him around, hits the wall. Those two are teammates, so I'm not sure he'll appreciate that too much. But he gets back underway. Let's get back up to the front here, about to start the final lap. Edwards pushing hard, gonna go side by side to start the last lap. Heading to the turn 1 chicane. Somebody's gotta give. Cooper not too far behind, hoping these two will wreck each other and be able to take the win. On board with Edwards. Colbert really struggling as the back of that car is fishtailing back and forth as they weave around cars that are spun out in the middle of the track. This is unbelievable. And they do make contact. Edwards got the inside. Can he make the pass? No. Colbert slams the door on him as they go down the straight for the final time. Side by side. Edwards being smart, trying not to wreck them both. He's got another good run. Remember, Edwards has much better tires. Gonna try to make the pass on the outside. He does. He makes it stick, and Edwards takes the lead with just a few corners to go. More lap traffic. This is absolutely amazing. As Colbert goes off the track, Edwards rounding the final turn, and Edwards will take his first V8 Supercars victory. Outstanding drive. Colbert will finish second, Hooper third, Juliet in fourth, and Green will finish fifth. What a race. Armando Edwards takes his well-deserved, long overdue victory lap. And here are the results. And the standings, which obviously will reflect one race in the books. I think we can go ahead and assume that this new format will produce some very exciting racing. Our next event will be at Simmons Plains, and that will be a 2-race format. Well, thank you for watching this GBR broadcast. If you'd like to follow this series, or the many other series over at GBR, you can check us out at GoneBrokeRacing.com.